celebration of service. My name is Elizabeth Clay, and I'm honored to be here representing the Patrick Murray administration. I'm the Director of Grassroots Governance and Commonwealth Corps, the Governor's signature service initiative. Civic engagement and service, if you don't know, are critical to Governor Patrick. There's a phrase that my boss says that I think is appropriate today, so I want to share it with you. He says, before we can truly achieve our goals, we must see our stake in our neighbors' dreams and struggles, and then we must act on that. It is that spirit of common cause that weaves individual acts of kindness into a web of deep and strong community engagement. And in times like this, with the news we have been hearing and the news we're all feeling in our neighborhoods, service matters more, not less. Rather than a luxury, it is the glue that binds our Commonwealth during tough times and makes sure that no family and no individual is left behind. Service and sacrifice have always been a proud part of the history of this Commonwealth, and today they are a cornerstone of this administration's goals. Increased civic engagement leads to safer and stronger communities for all of us, and Massachusetts is already doing well. 1.4 million volunteers dedicated 160 million hours of service last year. And that's not small. The estimated economic contribution of those volunteer hours, $3.1 billion last year alone. So give yourselves a hand for being a part of that. And understanding that service matters, in 2007, the governor signed the Commonwealth Corps initiative. Commonwealth Corps members will volunteer starting this year for 1 year in many areas of community need: health and wellness, education and tutoring, mentoring, leadership development, and promoting and preserving the environment, as well as housing assistance and more. Corps members will provide direct service, recruit, organize, and mobilize additional volunteers through events like this, and build a grassroots movement of volunteers dedicated to service in the state. Organizations are actively recruiting Corps members today from all ages, all backgrounds, and all communities in the Commonwealth. And if you or someone you know is interested in being a Corps member, go right back to that table, table number 17, and find out about opportunities available all over the state. And if you can't do it this year, pick up a flyer and take it to someone in your neighborhood who can. And if you're interested in finding out more about us later, please go to www.mass.gov and the Connect and Serve website to find out about other opportunities. We envision almost 300 full-time, part-time, and flex-time Corps members in the first year, starting this November. We're aiming for 1,000 members by 2012. Too often, people underestimate the impact that young people can have, even some young people themselves. When we hear from Maya and other young people and everyone in the room today, we realize young people do make a difference. But even more often, people look at retirement as only the end of a career, when really it can be the beginning of a major period of service and leadership in one's own communities. Everyone has a gift to share, and Commonwealth Corps is just one platform for meaningful service in our cities, our town, and our Commonwealth. And service has mattered in my own life as well. I was lucky and blessed to be mentored in my own neighborhood, and so that's why I'm proud to be a mentor to young women in my neighborhood as well. And as a state employee, I volunteered through the SERVE program, an initiative that the governor expanded so that tens of thousands of state employees would have an opportunity to give back to their own neighborhoods. And every service experience I've ever had, from soup kitchens to after-school programs, from my hometown of Boston to around the world, has energized my own spirit. And that's why I am so grateful to play a small part in this movement to increase service in Massachusetts. But you know this from your own lives. Charlie asked you how many volunteered. Everyone in the room raised their hand, so I don't have to tell you. If you're here on a rainy and cold morning in fall, then this is something that matters to you. So if you don't mind, I'm going to ask one small favor. If you are as energized about service as you say you are, could you call or text 2 of your friends who have not volunteered in the last year? After we say the pledge, just send them a picture or tell them about the event and ask them if you can pick up a flyer for them and bring them next time you go to serve. Sometimes people don't know how much it is that they have to share. Sometimes they just need to be asked. So I'm asking you, continue the call to action as soon as you leave today and make sure that everyone knows that we need their help to strengthen the Commonwealth. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for your leadership.